Not many gaming franchises can claim a Pixar level of fidelity and charm the way the Ratchet and Clank franchise has, and Insomniac continues to produce high-quality games for the PlayStation consoles. But Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart looks to take the high bar achieved by both developer and franchise and push it even higher. Let's see why Insomniac's latest adventure could be the perfect gaming escape in our Busy Gamer preview of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Welcome back to No Time Gamer. Subscribe to help your gaming sessions be time well spent. Ratchet and Clank have been through a few adventures, but nothing quite like this. Their rival, Dr. Nefarious, has broken the time-space continuum with the Dimensionator weapon, and Ratchet and Clank's multiverse is having some stability issues. In Rift Apart, Ratchet and Clank will travel through time and space to try to undo the damage done, especially in the reality where Nefarious has won and claimed his throne as Emperor. With the help of the new female Lombax, Rivet, the three will use a vast array of unique weapons to win the day and fix reality. So let's get right into one of the highlights of any Ratchet and Clank game, the weapons. Insomniac crafts weapons that are both potent and weird, making the game a power fantasy with a touch of goofball antics, and Rift Apart is keeping that spirit. More traditional armaments like the Enforcer and Scatterbomb can get paired up with a Topiary Sprinkler, which freezes enemy in place covered in fauna, and the Mr. Fungi, that functions like a mushroom-shaped floating turret. Weapons can be swapped out to match your playstyle, but each weapon begs to be played with. They are all silly, fun, and awesome at the same time, and experimenting to see the pros and cons of each will be a blast. Ratchet and Clank is a franchise that never takes itself too seriously while still delivering great action. And this goes right along with the world design too. Insomniac has achieved Pixar level design for both characters and their world that is absolutely gorgeous. The fur on Ratchet alone is awe-inspiring, but the world itself is teeming with life, especially Nefarious City, which is featured in many of the gameplay trailers. There is so much going on both near and far that it's almost overwhelming, and what makes it all truly impressive is how the new rift mechanic plays into this. During gameplay, smaller rifts can be used almost like a teleport, allowing you to jump quickly from one spot to another. Amazingly, the game keeps up, and everything is loaded and seamless. This should make for some unique puzzles and platforming mechanics that will surely keep players on their toes and bending their minds. But even more impressive is when the game uses a rift to jump from one environment to another. Insomniac is clearly dabbling in black magic, and the PS5's impressive SSD for this one. Ratchet can hop through a rift in Nefarious City with all the flying cars and tall cityscapes and land seamlessly, in seconds, in a prehistoric jungle surrounded by lush foliage and towering dinosaurs. It keeps the game feeling fresh with levels and their design coming from out of nowhere. Seriously amazing stuff. And to round out the graphical beauty, the game offers 4K 30 FPS ray-traced graphics mode or a 60 FPS variable resolution mode, so it looks and plays the way you prefer. I usually prefer the higher frame rates, but it will be tempting to see it in full 4K glory with ray tracing. Of course, Ratchet and Clank is an action platformer, so expect lots of platforming challenges, Clank puzzles you'll need to solve, combat arenas, and a few one-off dimensions that you can explore for secrets that will keep the game fresh and challenging. You should never find yourself getting bored with this type of game, as its mechanics and environments can shift in an instant. And one of the best aspects of a game like Ratchet and Clank for the busy gamer is that it is very family friendly. They nailed a Pixar aesthetic not only in look but also in the story and characters. While it may not appeal to those who need their games to be dark and gritty, for the gamer with a young family who can't play M-rated games in front of impressionable eyes, Rift Apart is the perfect change of pace to let you play anytime, day or night. The biggest issue may be keeping your kids from hogging the game themselves. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart looks to be a great addition to the franchise and another winning exclusive for PlayStation. Its cartoon style and youthful humor may not be for everyone, but action platformers, and the Ratchet and Clank games especially, can be addictively fun and original. And this game looks to be the first truly next-gen PlayStation game that could not be achieved on previous-gen hardware. With all that said, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart releases on June 11th, 2021, exclusively on the PS5.